Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. So we managed to dock up successfully. Everything seems to be working. I am going to go ahead and manually, even though I set up groups, just go ahead and turn the thrusters back on. I am going to pray that our, what's it called? I can't think of the word. Dampers stay on when we undock. So let's take the batteries off of charge. That should mean, let's just double check that they're discharging now. Okay, so fingers crossed. This is going to make things go much quicker if this works correctly. We are undocked. Oh my god, it works. Thank goodness gracious. Okay, so I think I want to go try to grind down that derelict station that was over here if we can. Because there was a large station atmospheric thruster that survived the crash, and that would have a lot of motors in it, I would think. So obviously we'll need to get more solar panels and stuff going. That's going to be a top priority so that this thing can get charged and stay charged. But all in all, I'm pretty happy. I'm a little bit worried about doing this at an angle. I disabled one of the thrusters because I needed some motors to get that thing working. Motors are a continual problem because they take a lot of nickel, and I have to go manually mine nickel. I'm trying to descend carefully here. Oh, we can pick up the ice at some point too. Not that that's very important, but I'm just trying to figure out which way I want to come in here and deal with this. And I think we'll have to tilt a lot less if we come from this side. Descend nice and easy. And I suppose I need to get some lights on this thing. That much is kind of obvious. Are we touching it? I feel like we're touching it. We were touching it. Just can't grind it. Please grind. I know that you're mangled. There we go. I don't care that much about the steel plates, but we might as well try to get them while we're here. I gotta be really cognizant of the fact that we're not in space, and I can't handle this like I would normally in space. I will probably just come back and manually grind some of this stuff down, but I want to get to that thruster is what I'm trying to do, basically. Probably go back to the main ship and take some stuff from that again, make a few trips. I think we're touching the ground now. Grinding stuff that's damaged is often difficult because you have to grind in the normal box pretty much still. Alright, where is that thruster? I saw it a second ago. Just trying to cut away. I don't want to cut away what it's attached to. We want to get the thruster. Because I imagine that thruster has lots of goodies on it. What did we get for that? Oh, look at all those motors. Thank goodness. That is going to make a big difference. This ship is a savior. I know it's not the best ship, but it's going to improve my life drastically. I'm trying to be careful too because I know that it's not going to handle as well once it gets a bunch of weight in it, but I'm really impressed with atmospheric thrusters. I was a fool to think I was better off with a rover. These things are super efficient. I only charged it for a few minutes and we got like a half-hour power. This means I will be able to have enough materials, hopefully, that we can start spending more time over at the base, less time in horror, just slowly grinding away at things getting hurt. I get injured every time I use my grinder on that ship, too. It slows down my work even further than it needs to. Gotta find the right spot. I'm tipping over. Tipping over. Don't tip over. Come on. I know you want to get grinded. Ground. Really have to pay attention to that flight, the artificial horizon, kind of a lot. Like I said, not used to being on the surface and dealing with the gravity. In space, you pretty much willy-nilly do whatever the heck you want. Don't want to tip. Don't want to tip. Let's not tip. It's really stupid to be like risking my vessel over a couple of steel plates when I have a whole ship full back there, but somehow I want the satisfaction. Well, you know what? You can just carry on. I don't care. Back to the crash site we go. So I'm going to need to build a version of this that's a miner. The mining version, of course, is going to have a little bit more thrust up front because we're going to be angling down into the ground a lot. So it's going to be a little bit different. Need more braking thrust. How are we doing for cargo capacity? Pretty good. We've not even halfway full. So I think our priority is going to be... I'm going to have to come back here and mine some more silicon and nickel because we want to get more solar panels going on the other base. And I think I'm going to go over to the engine pod I've been working on here. Definitely going to want some lights because this whole thing's in the valley and it's always dark over here. Like I said, I'm being extremely cautious. This is our only ship. Like, those thrusters are so expensive in terms of motors. Like, they're really reasonable in terms of how much energy they use, but man alive, do you ever go through some motors building them. The large ones take like 100 and something, and then the small ones are 18, I think, each. So it adds up pretty quick when you have to outfit even a small ship. So when we get to larger ones, it's going to be even worse, I'm sure. What am I stuck on? Why can I not go sideways at all? Oh, this ship's starting to handle poorly because it's getting heavy, I think, is the thing. We might want to get back to base before too long because having a little bit of handling issues. Oh, and we're also, again, tilting. That's why we're having the handling issues. I really do need to... I keep trying to orient myself to the way that the blocks look, but that's the wrong thing to do in space. That would be exactly what I would do, but it is the wrong thing to do here. I'm going to end up crashing one of these things doing that, for sure. So I guess it's not really a weight issue. It's more of just a piloting issue. Oh my god, my life is so much better now. We have the technology to not have to, like, tear a ship apart with a hand grinder like a caveman. I need a welder version of this ship too so we can actually get our base built in a reasonable amount of time. Where are you? Correct spot to hit. There we go. And I'll probably end up having to go down there and, you know, pick up some random crap, but how we doing? We have almost a full cargo container. There should be quite a bit of motors and stuff in this ship because it actually has a pretty decent conveyor system, and much of that survived the crash. I still don't know why I couldn't dock with it. I'm not as worried about it as I was. I am going to have to figure that out at some point because I have a lot of thruster components that are going to have to get transferred off this ship, and they're very heavy, and I don't want to have to manually go back and forth and do that. Where is the spot to hit you? Man, these wrecked blocks can be really challenging at times. Come on, I know you're there somewhere. No, maybe we'll just skip you for now. Oh, look at that angle. There's a lot of crazy angles going on here. Gotta grind something, right? Come on. No? Alright, this is officially insane. Let's just keep on doing this. So I'm gonna just keep on working on this for a while, and then when it gets a little darker, we'll probably fly back to our new home. Alright, so I basically worked for about a day and a half. I let one of those batteries fully charged on there now. I've been digging down here. I'm going to put a row of arc furnaces here and a couple of refineries over on this side. That will be kind of our production area there. I'm starting to get some lights and stuff in, get the walls constructed. Not entirely happy with how slabby looking this wall is there, but at the same time, I don't know, it's alright. So I'm going to build that pillar out like this one in the same way. Have some nice corner windows. For some reason, those corner windows cost more than that window does. Like, one of those tiny windows costs more than that one in terms of resources. Don't know why. So we are going to see how much power one of these batteries at full charge actually gives us. Because I walked back, I spent one night walking back there. Did some mining for some nickel and some stuff. And had it refining. So, and they updated the game, and now I can no longer press T. I have to press F. I could remap it, but whatever. I'm not going to. Let's go ahead and go to the batteries. Take recharge off. Get out of here so we can see what we're doing. Turn on main power. And alright, so we have like a pretty good amount of power from one of those batteries. We'll probably end up with like 2 or 3 hours worth of flight time by the time all is said and done, depending on what we're actually running on the ship. We're overloading with just the one battery, apparently. We're primarily going over here on a cargo run. I don't think I really have a lot of stuff to grind, because I was doing some manual grinding, and I also I moved our rover up onto that platform and kind of expanded the platform a little bit, because we are going to convert that thing over to a cargo ship at some point. Not right now. Let's start slowing down just a bit. I don't know why it bumped like that. That was weird. I think we're going to land right next to the rover. And I'm just going to have to do some manual cargo transfer. I got some stuff for solar panels done. What else did I do? Some more battery components so we can get a second battery on that base going. This ship is kind of coming to the end of its life. I started taking some of the glass out of the windows and stuff. We're getting to the point where we're going to be transferring our flag full-time over there once we get some refineries and stuff going. Alright, so where do I actually want to park? Some weird glitch, like lighting glitches or something going on there. I don't know what that's about. Alright, so hopefully this radar thing is accurate about us being over a platform as well. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. And 4 meters. Yeah, it's not exactly accurate, I don't think. But whatever. Let's go ahead and lock her down. Turn off main power. And when I turn off main power, I just have a group set up that turns off the engines and extraneous stuff like that. It leaves the connectors online so I can actually still move stuff through here. And it's totally been emptied out, so let's go down here and take a look at our good old friend, the ship here. I don't think it's shifting anymore. Yeah, because I can still jump like that. I did go ahead, and if you look at the far side here, there's not much left of this engine pod. Part of me wants to just refurbish the main part of this ship as like a cargo ship or something. But that would mean getting it back up into space. That'd probably be a fun challenge. I mean, we could put some atmospheric thrusters on it and fly it over to our base and retrofit it for hydrogen. I don't know. Then we would have to strip all the hydrogen stuff off because it would probably never land again. But it kind of like is a decent start to a mining ship, like you know, one to go explore and mine in. Because I believe asteroids are still around. If I grind that piece of metal, the game crashes for some reason, so I'm just leaving it alone for right now. Although there has been a patch, so maybe that fixes that. But yeah, we've got pretty much all that torn down. Let's actually head inside real quick. Man, life is so much better when you can fly. Like, that rover trip used to take me probably 30-40 minutes of actual playing time to get over there. Like, it would take the whole night or the whole day, and I can do it in a few seconds with the ship. Man, I mean, I'm sure there's uses for rovers. Let's go ahead and turn the large reactor back on so we can actually get production going here again. Yeah, so we got 50 of those things left to go. I believe we need, what, 524 something. That's close on the silicon. No, we have enough silicon. Alright, so like I said, I got some radio components. Those are going to go on the ship out there straight away because we can deal with that. What else do we need? Some interior plates. So I'm just going to be transferring cargo. It's not going to be very exciting. Try to fill that ship up, and then we'll head back to base. Alright, my frames have gone to crap for some reason, which I can't really figure out. Everything was hunky-dory a second ago until I I think it's Audacity actually causing the problem, not the game, because it was when I started recording with Audacity that it became an issue here. Let's go ahead and... Where's my stupid antenna? Antenna. Boom. Get that synced with everything. And let's turn the range up. I just want to double check. There shouldn't be anything else out there except for the stationary large. That's probably... That ship's not derelict, technically, is it? What did it mark as being derelict? I don't... Oh, this is... Okay. That's fine and dandy. So I am going to fly back with these horrific frame rates. I'm probably going to have to actually close the game because sometimes when this happens, I just have to close out the game. But why do we bounce up like that? That is terrifying when that happens. Alright, so apparently we're kind of running heavy here. Oh, this is going to be so much fun to fly. Oh god, yeah. We're running very heavy. Apparently my thrusters are unhappy with the weight. Oh, it's going to be a long flight. I'm going to try to get some... Oh, well, actually, that will probably help out. The computer caught up. But I'm going to head out that way. Apparently, if we thrust... Oh, this is going to be a really terrible flight. We don't have enough battery power to do this, I don't think. I want to get all this stuff back. I'm going to do my best to get back without crashing. I'm going to gain some altitude and just kind of pray, I guess, at this point. Think it's kind of working out. We'll probably start losing altitude again at some point, but I will take it easy, and I think we'll probably be fine. I wonder if it helps if I do this. Pull up, man, pull up. We're only able to use one battery right now because I only charged one, so it's kind of a lot for this little ship to handle. Oh god, we're gonna crash. We're so gonna crash. Oh, this landing is gonna suck. Alright, well, I guess I'll keep you guys with me because I need some company during this. This is terrifying. Come on. Let's get a lot of altitude, I think, is probably the answer. Altitude is a pilot's friend or something like that. I remember somebody saying that at one time. It can make up for some of our sins here. And then we'll just try to, like, take a real long, slow, cautious approach back to our base there. Well, it really doesn't seem very far when you're up this high. Oh god, this is terrible. That's a really big mountain that we're kind of halfway on. Our base looks so small from up here. Alright, well that took a little bit of creative flying, but I think we're going to be okay. We're definitely falling like a stone a little bit here. Let's... Oh god. Recover, 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 recover. Alright, I think we're cool. Just kind of slowly but surely work our way over. So, lesson learned. If we're going to haul like 20,000 kilos of equipment, we should probably wait until we have all 3 batteries going. But I wanted to go get those solar panels, and I can't haul them by foot because it just takes too long. I can only carry like 20 of them at a time. It takes 64 to build one large solar panel. So pretty much didn't have a choice but to do this. I guess I could have waited another day for another battery to charge. I don't know if 2 batteries would be much better. But it's just, I start getting nervous when we get towards the ground because of the rate that we fall. We still have plenty of time left on the batteries, so I'm not super worried about that. I should have probably let all the batteries charge like evenly. That's what I've been doing, but I wanted to see how long it took one to charge. Alright, come on, thrusters. Hear me, baby, hold together. Like, so incredibly close. I mean, if I had to, I could just land it, unload, and then dock, but I would prefer to just get this thing docked. I'm really glad that the computer figured out its frame rate issue there. I don't know what that was about. It's just like sometimes when I start using Fraps, I have horrible frames. I mean, not Fraps, well, Fraps doesn't help either, but Audacity, I don't know why that's been happening. It's not even recording to the same disk or anything. Alright, that is kind of hard to tell what's happening. I got an email. Oh, God. Well, it's kind of like backing up and losing altitude at a kind of good speed there. I need to put a camera on the back of this thing. In fact, I may do that. I get so scared docking because I always feel like I've had the connector pull you in so tight, so hard that it just breaks everything, and I'm always scared that that's going to happen. But we're good. I'm not going to let the batteries charge. I'm just going to leave them like they are, and I keep hitting T because I want to get these solar panels online before we try to do that, because if I drain, I'm worried about draining enough power that this connector turns off and the ship falls. Because if we lose power, I'm pretty sure that will happen, and that would be kind of horrible. So I'm going to unload this, get some solar panels built, and I will be back next time. Thanks for watching.